Welcome to Focus Sport. This is the Weekend Preview Show. Kia ora, I'm Cherie Kinnear, and joining me in studio, Mystics defender Kate Burley, who we'll hear from very shortly to preview their big game this weekend against the Stars. But first, here's a quick look at the weekend ahead. Well, it's a quieter Friday to start, but there is some golf action in the morning with the PGA and LPGA Tour. If you want to follow Lydia Ko and Danny Lee, then the All Black Sevens and Blackburn Sevens kick off the Oceania Sevens in Townsville. All three of those tournaments continuing across the weekend. To Saturday, the Black Sticks men and women play Australia across the ditch in Perth, and the Māori All Blacks face Samoa in Wellington, but without a crowd due to the city's change in COVID alert levels. On Sunday, the Mystics take on the Stars at Pullman Arena in Auckland, and State of Origin Game 2 gets underway later in the evening. Well, not a super big weekend in terms of sport, but big for netball and a big game for you guys against the Stars. Not only is it an Auckland rivalry clash, but also Mystics and Stars, top of the table, 1 point separating you guys.
Yeah.
How has the prep been this week?
Oh, it's been good. I think when it comes to the Stars, we know what they want to do, and we've played against them a couple of times in pre-season, and so I think they're the same with us. It's just focusing on their main strengths in attack, especially for me as a defender, and what we can do to try and combat that.
Have you guys thought much at all about the fact that it is only 1 point and, you know, being top of the table is so close?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of at a point of the season where we do have to start thinking about it, but try not to focus too much on the outcome and just kind of playing it game by game and trying to get the best result.
I want to touch a bit on obviously your defence unit, which you're a part of, and you've obviously got some experience there too. You've got Amo Boise, you've also got Sula Fitzpatrick as well. So how's things going in that defence area, and what's sort of the plan been looking ahead to sort of shut down the Stars shooting?
Don't want to give away too much, but no, they're awesome, both Amma and Sue, and also we have Phoenix and Mickey in the background as well helping out, so there's so many defenders to get some advice off. But I guess for us it's just focusing on our game plan, making sure we're not letting them set the tone too early, and we know that when they get into the rhythm they're pretty hard to stop, so just trying to upset that as much as possible, try and get in between their connections, because they've got some amazing attackers down there. So yeah, I guess just focusing on our strengths and keeping moving in the circle. And
Maya Wilson is one of them that they've got down there, and once she sort of starts getting in the groove, it can be hard sometimes to shut her down.
Oh,
so
definitely.
I mean, like you said, not by giving away too much, but are there sort of any specific tactics that you look at when it comes to approaching a shooter like her?
Yeah, she's a hard one because she can move, she can hold, and she can shoot from anywhere. So I think it's just about confusing the space and trying not to get too stuck on her body because she's very strong. And so because I play mostly goal defence, it's when I'm dropping in, making sure that I'm not getting stuck in her body. And I got lots of practice of that when I was in the Stars for the last 4 seasons, and still don't know how to perfectly shut her down. She's amazing, but I guess it's just not giving up, trying to disrupt every ball we can.
Does it help a little bit having, I guess, a little bit of insight into what the Stars do, how they train, maybe how they approach things?
Oh, well, I hope it gives me some insight, but I think it works both ways though, that they've trained against me for how long as well, so I guess they know what I like to do and I know what they like to do, but at the end of the day I guess we just got to go out there and try our best. But both her and Jay are insane shooters and their movement is amazing, and then Amal came on in the last game and she shot amazingly, so I think for me I just need to focus on my own job, especially on that goal attack, and not get too sucked back on trying to come on Mumai's. But yeah, I think it's just focusing on my own job and making sure I'm putting pressure on.
We're really getting to the business end of the season, aren't we? And looking ahead, it's like, well, the final's actually not that far away. But
I know.
Taking a little look back, you know, how would you rate the Mystics season so far in terms of where you're at and maybe where you would have hoped to be? Yeah,
we actually had this conversation at training last night, and there were mixed reviews of where everyone thought we were at, but we were doing on like a chili scale. Rob, our coach, has a chili scale on if we're mild or if we're hot. And I think we kind of all rated that we were somewhere in between at the moment, because we know that we've improved since our first performance, but we've still got a while to go, and we know that we're capable of more. But yeah, I think that we're progressing good. I mean, last week we had probably the most consistent performance that we've had. We won every quarter, so it's what we do from there. We can't think that just because we did that last week it's going to happen this week automatically. We know that we've still got to work hard, but we know what we're capable of, so hopefully we can keep pushing forward.
You mentioned Rob there. He's quite an awesome character.
Yeah.
We spoke
He
to him
is.
a little while ago as well, and he was really awesome. And obviously being the first male coach in the
Yeah.
NZ Premiership too. How have you found the experience working under him?
Oh, he's amazing, and he just has this wealth of knowledge, and his sense of humour, as you would know, is just second to none. It's awesome, and I think he just brings such a breath of fresh air into the environment, and he's so honest, and there's no kind of curving around the truth, or there's no kind of fluffies around it. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to get it, and if we're not performing at training, or if we're not doing anything to a good standard, he doesn't stop. I mean, he doesn't like step back or let us continue. He stops us right then and there, and he says that's not good enough, and we know it too, and I think that's good because he's set those standards. Now we know how to identify it ourselves, but no, he's awesome.
No, one thing Alma was telling us at the time was he doesn't like pink sneakers.
Oh, he doesn't like white either.
Are you wearing white at the moment?
Yeah.
So
I know, and pretty much our whole team wears white netball shoes, and he looks down, he's like, that's not okay. I'm
such a generic colour though.
I know,
like you
he
think most
doesn't
are
like
white.
them. He doesn't like them.
One more thing, looking quickly ahead at this game. Obviously, you guys are hosting. Sorry, no, you're playing at the Playing Stars at Pullman, so they'll be hosting you. But last time you hosted them at Trust Arena, and it was 3 goals difference in the end. It was pretty close.
Yes, yeah.
What changes now? Playing in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, and I guess we call it like the 8th player on court when you have that home crowd advantage, and we know that the Pullman Arena fans are very good, and they support the Stars so well, and so we know that's not going to be in our favour, so we just have to try and play harder.
Awesome. Well, we're looking very much forward to that game. You can watch Kate and the Mystics face the Stars on Sunday at 6:15. But if you miss it, I'll be back here on Monday morning to cover all the action with our 90-second wrap show. Thanks, Kate, so much for joining me, and all the best for the game. Thank you for watching. This has been the Focus Sport Weekend Preview Show.